Are you trying to learn to skip and your coordination is all over the place? Well, I'm here to help. The first thing you want to do is to ensure that your rope is the correct size. I do this by standing in the middle of the rope and bringing up the rope towards my armpits. The rope should reach your armpits, not including the length of the handles. Before we start skipping with the skipping rope, it's a good exercise to skip without the rope. This will help you to understand the coordination with your hands and your feet. Skipping is very similar to jogging, so just imagine jogging on a spot while rotating your hands in a skipping motion. A good tip to do when you're skipping is to slightly lean forward. So as you can see from this side view, my body is slightly leaning forward as opposed to leaning backwards. This will make it easier to accomplish the skipping movement. Another good tip is to keep your elbows in while skipping. This will make it a lot more comfortable while you skip, and you'll be able to progress onto many different skipping variations later on in the future. So now let's start skipping with a skipping rope. A good exercise to do is skipping hops. This will get you used to the movements of the boxing skip. What you want to do is to do 4 skips on one leg and then switch to the other leg and then keep repeating this exercise. When you start to get used to this exercise, you can now reduce the amount of hops you're doing on each leg. So you can start doing 3 hops on each leg and then reduce that down to 2 and then finally reduce it to 1. So now you can just play around with this movement by alternating the amount of hops you do on each leg. So you can do 4 on one leg, 2 on one leg, 3 on one leg, 1 on one leg. Just keep doing this so you get used to the movement. A good tip is to try and stay on your toes and keep your body forward and make sure you keep your elbows in. So try to pace yourself while you're doing this skip. You don't have to go as fast as I am in the video. Just choose your own pace and get comfortable. And then once you get comfortable with your own pace, you can start to speed it up. So we can now start the boxing skip, which is very similar to the previous skip we just done, which is the hop skip. The big difference here is that your feet slightly go back and forward as opposed to the hop skip where your feet just go up and down. If you see here from the side view, you can see my feet are going slightly back and forward. I'm staying on my toes and I'm keeping my body forward. So just remember to stay on your toes, try to keep your elbows in, try to relax your body and keep your body weight forward. Try to feel the rhythm of the skip. When you get used to it, then you can start to speed the skip up. So once you get used to the skip and you feel a bit more confident, you can now move with the skip. So you can shift your body weight forward and keep skipping, and shift your body weight backwards and keep skipping. This will enable you to move back and forwards while you're skipping. This is a really good exercise to practice while you're skipping, as it really improves your eye, feet and hand coordination. You can also do the boxing skip in a side to side motion. Just transfer your weight from one side and then transfer it to the other side. Once you can skip forwards and backwards easily, and you don't really need to think about the movement too much while you're doing the skip, you can now focus your attention on the circular boxing skip. So for the circular boxing skip, you just want to skip 360 degrees in one direction and then change direction to do another 360 degree spin. Try to stay light on your toes and try to maintain a nice steady rhythm while you're doing the spins. So this is another variation of the boxing skip. So with this skip, when you do the hop, you kick the opposite leg out. So you hop, kick the other leg out, hop, kick the other leg out, as shown in the video. The side view, you can definitely see the mechanics of this boxing skip a lot easier. Here you can see me hopping while kicking the other leg out. Try to maintain that rhythm and get used to the skip. Once you get more confident with the skip, you can start to speed it up. So once you're comfortable with the skip, you can now try to skip in a circular motion. So for this boxing skip variation, we're going to try it first without the skipping rope. So you really want to adopt a boxing stance, so one foot in front and one foot behind. Try to keep your legs apart and try to stay on your toes and distribute most of your weight onto your forward leg. So we can now try this skipping variation with the skipping rope. So try to stay light on your feet, try to stay on your toes, try to keep your feet apart, and try to keep your elbows in. This will make the skip easier to accomplish. As you can see from the video, I tried to put a lot of weight onto my front leg. This makes it easier for the movement. Once you get to grips of the skip and you feel a bit more confident, you can now speed the skip up. This next skipping variation is called the high knee, so let's first practice without the skipping rope. So as you hop on one leg, the opposite leg, you bring the knee up towards your chest. As you can see from the side view, I try to get my knees up as high as I can. So now let's grab the skipping rope and try the skipping variation. So try to keep your knees high, try to stay light on your feet, and remember to keep your elbows in. For this skip, try to keep your body straight as opposed to leaning forward or backwards. We are now moving on to a more advanced boxing skip called the double jump. So with the double jump, you jump once and you spin the rope twice under your feet. So you want to try and jump high on your toes and try to spin the rope twice under your feet before landing. Try just to do one double jump at first until you get used to it. In slow motion, it's easier to see the rope pass under my feet twice. So once you can do one double jump, you can now try and put it into a routine where you skip and do one double jump. Try to keep this going. Once you're comfortable with this, try to do 2 double jumps in a row. So once you can do 2 double jumps comfortably, it's now time for you to increase that. Try to stay light on your toes while you're doing the jump. Try to keep your body weight forward and try to spin your hands quick. When you do the jump, try not to bring your knees up. The main focus of this jump is trying to keep the body relaxed and try to maintain a nice double jump rhythm. I will, however, dedicate a tutorial just for double jumps, so I'll be showing the double jump basics and all the different double jump variations, so please stay tuned for that. So I hope you've enjoyed all the previous lessons. Now it's time to jazz up your skipping with some side swings. So grab your skipping rope and have your feet shoulder width apart and just swing the rope side to side as I'm doing in this video. So once you get used to this movement, you want to try to incorporate a jump into the side swing. So while you're doing your side swings, when you swing the rope to the front, you want to swing it under your feet and do a jump, and then carry on doing your side swings. Try to do this movement slow. The main thing to focus on is the timing of the side swings and when to do the jump at the right time. Let's take a look at a side view so you can understand the mechanics of this movement. So now we can start incorporating the side swings while we're skipping. So start skipping and do some side swings and then carry on skipping. Keep repeating this exercise until you really get used to it. So try to do some nice strong side swings and really focus on the timing of the jump. This will make the movement look a lot smoother and cleaner. So once you're confident with this movement, you can now incorporate a 360-degree spin while you're doing the side swings. So if you look at the video, you can see that I do a side swing every 90 degrees. So if I start skipping at the front, I will then turn to the side 90 degrees and do a side swing. Then I will turn a further 90 degrees and do another side swing, and another further 90 degrees to do a side swing until I get back to the start. So this is another variation of the side swing. However, this time we will exchange hands while we're doing the side swing. Let's look at a side view so we can fully understand the mechanics of this movement. Try to stay on your toes and try to keep a nice strong side swing. So So once you're confident with this movement, we can now speed it up. So once you're happy doing the side swings while changing hands, we can now incorporate a jump. So just take your time, do nice slow side swings so you can get used to the timing of the jump. So once you're happy with this movement and you feel confident, we can now try skipping while doing the skipping swing exchange. So what I find helps me while I'm doing this movement is to use my hips while I'm doing the side swings. So now let's try crossover. This is when you skip and you cross your arms while skipping and you jump at the same time. Let's first do it without the jump. So let's just skip and cross our arms and bring the rope towards our feet. Keep repeating this exercise until you get used to it. So once you're happy with the movement and you feel confident, you can now move on to the next step. So what you want to do is you want to skip, cross your arms, and as the rope reaches the bottom of your feet, you want to jump. So take your time with this move and really just try to focus on the movement and the timing of the jump. As in the previous exercises, you can do this movement while doing a 360-degree spin. So here I am doing a spin while doing the crossovers at the same time. So the main thing to focus on this movement is nice strong swings when you do the crossover, and try to stay light on your feet. Remember always to keep your elbows in, look straight and keep your body upright. We can now improve this movement. So what you want to do is you want to skip by just doing continuous crossovers. So try to maintain a nice steady rhythm. Remember to always stay on your toes and try to keep the crossovers swings nice and strong. So if you come this far and you've done all the previous lessons, it's now time to freestyle. So what you want to do is you want to skip and just do any movement that you've learned from the previous lessons. So you can skip, you could do the side swings, you could do the double jumps, you could do the crossovers, you could do the different box and skip variations. So just have fun with it and just play around with it, take your time, let me know how you get on. Well, this brings an end to my skipping tutorial. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I appreciate your time for watching my video. So if you have any questions, queries or feedback, please leave them in the comments. If you like the t-shirt I'm wearing, which is the Eat Sleep Fight t-shirt, comes in various colours, please see the link in the description. So bye for now, and I hope to see you on the next video.